Tiger Woods has literally owned this golf course, winning 8 times. And, of course, the last of which was in 2013.
Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
And wait for it. Yes, 105 yards away. Frank Keimer became the first man to win the Players and the U.S. Open in the same year, and he did both wire to wire.
Amazing performance. And remember the rain delay at the Players' Championship? That took him out of his game. So really, when his back was against the wall, the putt he made on 17 and then the par up 18 is something to be savoured. It showed an inner strength. And then he upped it another gear at Pinehurst. His display there, especially through the first 36 holes, was one of the rare sights. It was like Tiger Woods at his best. And that's Martin Keimer. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Getting set now over the putt. How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
He is capable of going on some torrid runs. This would be a birdie for Fowler.
Good read, good line, well played.
Back to the action here at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Second hole, it is a pretty demanding par 3, Frank.
Goal really is to just carry that front bunker or sneak it a little right of that and try and cheat it around. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
That will be a great look at birdie. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank, now to the third hole, and where's the trouble here? That's fairly obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to remind yourself of. There's a bunker all the way down the right side. That's a good place to aim. That's an absolute beauty.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
And he went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is. Just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot you've got punished for. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Second shot now for Martin Keimer. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Ooh, nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Locked in on the read and the speed. And he has it for birdie. .561-yard par 5 fourth. Frank, a chance to make 4 and maybe even an eagle 3.
Yeah, that green's just raised a little bit. So if you had a good drive in there and you're going with a slightly shorter club, big advantage.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he'll certainly gain on the field. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, this is still a mind blower to me. Tiger won the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill 4 times in a row from 2000 to 03. You played the game at the highest level. How hard is that?
It's almost unimaginable to Rich because, Bay Hill changes each and every year when they have the tournament. But there was always also the look of resignation of the other players. There's never really been a golf course that really suits Tiger Woods any better. Hits the ball a long way. He hits it high. Greens are firm and fast. It's just built for him. And not only has he won it 4 times in a row, it's 8 total now.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
Martin Kaymer has this for eagle. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Will make birdie if he holds this putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, now to the 5th. What's the strategy here at this shorter par 4?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker. With a little trailing breeze, you might even get close to the green. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
So Frank out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
So that's a drop shot. He has this attempt for par. Did the job right there. Frank, this is a big, brawny par 5, and it can be menacing just looking at it from the tee with all of that water.
It's also tempting, reachable for the longer hitters, unless your name's John Daly, who took a whopping 18. So better than that, you're better than John Daly.
I don't see what's wrong with 18. If you break it down, that's 3 pars and an eagle. That's pretty good.
It is, but you're still playing the same hole.
Not looking good, Frank.
No, I think it's wet.
Never a pleasant moment, the drop after you've gone into the water, but here we are. Now on to his 3rd shot after the last one went into the water. Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So I got to give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway. Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. And from the fairway for his 2nd shot here.
This has to go in the hazard.
It needs to get up or it's gone. That ball is lost in the water. After hitting it in the drink, this is the 4th shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. The scorecard is quickly adding up.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
A good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
Just 5 feet left. He's made it. Breathing a sigh of relief. You've made it through the par 5 without getting wet. Now you're at this par 3 7th, Frank.
You've got to guarantee a carry at least 7 or 8 yards onto the green because that's where that bunker is on that right. It cuts in 7 yards.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Just a bit left of the hole location.
Should still be okay.
Kaymer has a beautiful rhythmic putting stroke. This is a birdie bid. Beautifully done. That's a birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Getting ready to tee off here at the 8th. Frank, this hole has it all. Dogleg, bunkers, water. How do you successfully navigate it?
It's such a pretty looking hole, Rich. That bunker down the left just sort of pops out and you see it. So you can either work it off that to the right, either that or just aim a little right. But be careful of those trees on the right.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Good putt. It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter.
But this one has a chance to be really good.
Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. This one measures 130 yards. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
And about 1 1/4 left to the hole. This from 7 feet. In for birdie. Eyeing this putt for a birdie. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way. Oh, that's off the beaten track. That's you've got 5 minutes to find it.
Tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Second shot now for Ricky Fowler.
Should be safely on deck.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. In for par. Now to the 11th with water left, bunkers on the right. Frank, what's the key here?
Well, too often people just look at the scorecard and they go, well, it's over 400 yards, I have to hit driver. You don't have to hit driver at 11. Something in the fairway just short of that second bunker. And it sits up, 6 or a 7-iron. I'm loving that balance.
Officials calling that one around 310 yards.
Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Not enough on that one.
Yep.
That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. Getting set now for his fourth shot. Took the penalty after hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, this can get away from him here.
Well, that is a ball striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close.
Under out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Ricky Fowler, one of the game's most aggressive putters for birdie. He's made it. Frank, now we're at the 574-yard par 5 12th. How critical are the par 5s if you're trying to put a score on the board here at Bay Hill?
They're crucial, Rich, because the par 4s are very, very difficult. So anytime you get a par 5, really got to take advantage of it.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker.
Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilised that little bit between the ears. Realised he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
So after the layup, Frank, here at the par 5 12th, hit shot here, try to make birdie.
Yeah, just use the contours of this green. You can actually get to this flag a lot of different ways. Using one of the mounds, there's nothing wrong with that.
Continuing his fine play, another beautiful approach shot. Chance to get it close here. These putts keep the round together.
That looked like it nearly got below the lip, the level of the lip there.
Can't believe that one, Frank. That was a complete horseshoe right there. And getting ready for the putt. It is in the hole for a birdie. At the par 4 13th now, and Frank, what's the key here?
Really avoid those 3 bunkers, Rich. You don't want a fairway bunker shot over water for your second shot. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Frank, this one's headed way right.
And rough trees, all sorts of problems on that right side.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. This is a good-looking shot. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
See what Ricky Fowler does with this putt. Has it. Good putt right there. Frank, one of the things I like about Bay Hill is it requires you to hit clean, strong golf shots. And here's another case at the par 3 14th. It's more than 200 yards.
Another one, really, you've just got to play it through the air. You can't play this like an Open Championship run-up par 3. Must fly it onto the green.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Has a shot of about 145 yards. Locked in on the read and the speed. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good putt. Now at the 15th, big dog leg right here. What's the best way to go, Frank?
really down the left side. It's very tempting to try and hit it across that bunker, but not only do you have to carry the bunker, you've also got to carry those little shrubs down the right side.
Headed for the bunker, I think. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. That one is in the bunker. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Good chance here. Just a couple of feet. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
The Bay Hill Club and Lodge features a really exciting finishing stretch. 16 is a reachable par 5. You'll see eagles and birdies there coming home. 17, a very difficult par 3 over the water. The bunker is there. Takes an excellent shot. And then 18 is all you want. We know that with the water in front. That second shot which comes over the lake. And that's a hold-your-breath moment. It is a great finishing 3-hole stretch at Bay Hill. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. What's it look like, Frank?
Judging by that lean, Rich, this has got to be going right.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Second shot now for Ricky Fowler. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Kaymer could really take off and soar here with an eagle try. And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, deep into a round, par 3 17th, water, bunkers, long shot. What are you thinking as you're stepping on this tee?
You just take 3 and move to 18. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
Settles in over the putt. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. This is an 11-foot putt. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, now one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill, the 18th.
Hole's got a little easier over the years with the new equipment. People getting it out there a little further, so you've got a shorter club in, but you've got to be wary of that run out on the right side.
Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
In the water. Too bad. Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. He'll need to be strong with this. And hard to control out of the rough.
Looks a little left. Not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
He didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance. Well, Frank, this is one of the most famous shots in the whole sport of golf, the second to 18 at Bay Hill.
And one of the most unpredictable, unless your name is Robert Gamers. Remember, he held his second shot here to win the tournament many years ago. For some reason, the yardage book's almost got to be thrown away here at 18, Rich, because that second shot always plays longer or shorter than the actual number. So be a little lucky here, as well as good at 18.
This one looks good. Might like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, that wraps up another great day of golf here at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Always enjoy it.
Yeah, it's always a great test. Win, lose, or draw, you've played the King's Golf Course.
Couldn't have said it better myself. From all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner. For Frank Nobilo, until next time. EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. It is just an ideal day for golf. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We're getting set for all the action this afternoon at Wetlands Golf and Country Club in Florida. And this is certainly a challenge, Frank.
It is. We really should rename it Drylands, because that's the way you want to play this golf course. If you're not dry, then you are going to
Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Novello, calling all the action for EA Sports. We're at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Frank, what makes this such a good test?
It's got a great flow to it, Rich. Holes that bend in both directions, changes of elevation, the phenomenal finish that's named the Green Mile, which is 16, 17, and 18, some reachable par fives. Players have gone low here as well. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's plenty of opportunities. It's just a great blend, Rich. This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Frank, what's the player looking at here on the approach at the first?
Just a short iron. You really want to check which side of the mound that the flag is today. You do not want to be pitching your approach shot on the side of that mound.
Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking might get it close, and just a great shot.
Frank, this is a really fun hole, a pretty short par 3 downhill.
Yeah, half a club, you can allow for that, so it won't play its full yardage. You can really see that right part of the green. That's the most inviting one, but when they stick the flag on the left, you really have to be precise.
This is a good-looking shot. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants to do over there. Great, too.
Beautiful. Frank, here at the third, players facing a challenging tee shot.
For a number of reasons, Rich. One, that the hole bends to the left. Two, that the fairway starts to run out. And three, the length of the second shot. You get rewarded the better you hit your tee shot down here. Rich, there's nothing worse than this. This might look all right, but in the mulch, this is a disastrous situation.
So this is not mulch ado about nothing?
Ah, I get it.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. And right on 145 yards left to the flagstick. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
That's a tough lie to come out of. Not surprising it's come up short.
Well short right there, but still in the game for a par. The second shot now to the par 4. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
And he's made the green. Duffner's been solid all day. This one again for par. Now to the fourth hole here at Quail Hollow, just under 490 yards.
Yeah, they used to have the tee on the right side, which actually made that tee shot very uncomfortable. When they put the new tee box in on the left side, it's a little easier to hit that fairway because that fairway slopes from right to left. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow through. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Yeah, about 145 yards left here. Frank, what are we looking at here on the second shot to the fourth?
Another green with 3 different levels. This time, though, the green runs away a lot from the right towards the left. You cannot afford to miss the green on the right.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. And getting ready for the putt. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Frank, in today's modern game where players are hitting it so far, I always feel like one of the more exciting holes is a reachable par 5, and here we are at the 5th, 570 yards.
Yeah, this is reachable providing you hit a good drive. Otherwise, it becomes very awkward on the layup. Sort of often threading the ball out of trees and just trying to find some sort of third shot. So to your point, big advantage with a good tee shot here.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Second from an excellent lie. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Let's see what Hunter Mahan can do with this approach. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
And setting up here in the rough. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Beautifully done. That's a birdie. Settles in over the putt. Frank, this is where you know that players like Bubba Watson, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy are playing a different game than guys like me. They step up to this 250-yard par 3 and they might hit a 5-iron. It is a little downhill, but they might be with a middle iron where a lot of us would be with a driver.
Well, you see the advantage of that power on this very hole, not just because of the length they got to hit it, but the green they're heading into. This green slopes off in both directions, right and left, so you have to land that ball in the middle of the green. So, yeah, it's a big advantage if you can go at this hole with like a 5-iron.
That one is well off target.
Second shot.
$14 feet to the hole.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. Well, Frank, an eagle is in play here at the par 5-7.
And a 6, and a 7, and an 8, or a 9, actually. This is a potential scorecard record, the 7th hole. Many a tee shot has found that creek on the right, trees, problems on the left. There's no question there's a reward for a good tee shot here. But then there's a decision on do you go for this par 5 and 2. It's not overly long, just over 530 yards. It is very tempting. Oh, that's fine.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Second shot now from 160 yards. Well, that's how you play the game, right there.
Well, it's going to take a good one here considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Poulter's the kind of guy we've seen who can go on runs. Maybe this will be the start of one. This is for eagle. That is how you jumpstart a round, with an eagle. Frank, in modern professional golf, we're seeing more and more drivable par fours, like the 8th here at Quail Hollow, 350 yards. What do you think of this hole?
It's not a bad hole. Drivable, some might say, but the angle of the green means it's hard for that tee shot to keep on the green. But I think the reward for hitting a driver is try and sort of aim at that tree just left of the green. And the reason why is then you've got to pitch up the direction of the green. This is a really narrow green. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Second shot coming out of the rough here. And it makes the green in regulation. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Could really use this one. It's for birdie. Pride of Auburn, Alabama, Jason Duffner with a birdie. Well, thank you at last. A birdie. That was a long time coming, Frank.
Yeah, finally he strung some shots together. Now, if all of a sudden he can do the same on the next hole, he might just get a run going.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. Oh, I liked that.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, break down this approach shot here at the long par 4 9th.
Well, it's a lengthy one. A nice high, soft landing shot would work, but don't be too concerned if you're a little left or right of target because the mounding on the green should help in your favor.
Ian Poulter has this for birdie. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Good ball striker Hunter Mahan can get streaky on the greens. Let's see how he does with this putt. And that's a birdie. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are set at Quail Hollow for the backside. The 10th hole, Frank, 469 yards.
And a nice par 5 where a good drive means that you can reach this par 5 and 2. Just try and avoid that bunker down the left. Second shot's going to play a little downhill.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Setting up for this next approach, our featured player starting to pick it up after that less than stellar start to the round.
But as we know, Rich, golf is such a streaky game. Perhaps now this player can catch fire and put together some good holes in a row.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Pretty good shot right there. Getting set now over the putt. Solid par for Dufner. Ian Poulter with this birdie attempt. And at last he has made a birdie.
And what can he do from here, though? Is that the start of something? It looks like it is.
Back here at the par 4 11th at Quail Hollow, set to tee off. What's the right game plan here, Frank?
Oh, there's two, really. That left bunker off the tee, it's about 265 yards to get it on the fairway, or 308 yards, 310 yards run out there. I've seen players just try and carry the bunker, sort of set up a short iron, and I've seen players like Rory McIlroy just try and blast a driver with a hook on it. Both strategies have worked.
That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
He'll need to be strong with this. Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse. Good swing, good shot yet again. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance. It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. And it drops for birdie. Par 4 12th here at Quail Hollow, 456 yards. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, there's no fairway bunkers either side, so you feel like there's nothing to work the ball off, and consequently, it's very easy to sneak it in the rough on the left or the right, and then that makes that second shot so much more difficult going up the hill. This is one hole that you have to pick a line on. You really have to know you line off the tee. There's a nice big tree down there in the distance. That's the one you want to work it off.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, we always say about Quail Hollow, you have to play with a clear head. You have to be thinking your way around this golf course. So what's the right thought process on this second shot?
Keep the ball in the right section. That front portion there, you can't afford to go long when the flag's there. Conversely, when the flag's in the back, you can't afford to be putting up and over that ridge. So you've got to be flying that ball all the way back there.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. And rolls it in. Nice putt. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Wow, he needed that, Frank, in the worst way.
Interesting to see what's ahead from now, whether that was just a flash in the pan or the start of something good.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Frank, what should the golfers be looking out for today?
Going to have to play well from tee to green for a start. That's where most of the problem is. It sets up beautifully for a what we call a second shot golf course. Providing you can get the ball in play, you will get rewarded for good iron play around here. The reason why is because when you miss, you're penalized.
Opening tee shot here at PGA West. Nice way to begin the round. Par 4 with a split fairway and, Frank, a narrow landing area.
It is narrow indeed, Rich. This hole will certainly keep you honest, not just because of the length of the hole, 450 yards, just generally moves to the left. There's a bunker down the right side that starts at about 285 yards, so you've got to be aware of that. Even the long hitters, they don't really want to hit it too far past that. Just set it up there on that nice little plateau. From there on in, you can see what's in front. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. And setting up here in the rough. Good looking shot right here. How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. Second shot coming out of the rough here. EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We're in the state of California, set to kick off the round here at the challenging PGA West course. Par 72 setting up as a demanding challenge to any golfer stepping on this course, especially, Frank, when it comes down to the 17th hole. They call it Alcatraz.
Well, as we know, hardly anybody gets out of Alcatraz. You want to throw a little nugget in? In 2000, Joe Daly looked like he was going to get his tour card, hit a putt from 3 foot, hit the liner, bounce back out. A lot of things can happen on 17.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up. Second shot.
Frank, this is an approach shot here at the first hole that will get a player's attention.
It will. Very strategically placed bunker that protects that front right of the green, plus the angle of that green. If you're going to take it across that bunker, you better judge that inch perfect.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. And he has it for birdie. Frank, this is a nice-looking hole. Not long, only 371 yards. But challenging in its own way.
It is challenging. The best approach here really is a conservative tee shot to set up an aggressive second. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Beautiful looking shot right here. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
A beautiful, soft touch out of the bunker. That's Mickelson-esque. Now the approach shot from Ian Poulter. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
It's a big putt right here for birdie. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that. Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. That's about 285 yards to carry. It's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Frank, how about that?
Oh, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away. Instead, straight in. Amazing shot. And really deserves it.
And he's made it onto the green now. First par 3 of the day. It is the 4th here at PGA West, sitting at just under 200 yards in the card. Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
That's a bit offline in the rough.
That's a tough lie to come out of. Not surprising it's come up short.
Well short right there, but still in the game for a par.
If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Getting set now over the putt. So we played our first par 3, now to the first par 5 on this golf course at PGA West. It is the 535-yard fifth hole. Frank, it appears as though it rewards precision off the tee.
And the Bombers, too. You can run out of water at 335 yards. So for the Dustin Johnsons of the world and the Rory McIlroys, that's nearly...
So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
That ball is lost in the water. So this will be the third shot after taking the drop with the ball going in the water.
This has to go in the hazard.
Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Has to regroup, playing his fifth shot after hitting it in the water.
Yeah, it's not all lost. Once again, check the yardage, check the wind, start again.
Frank, you've just hit one in the water. You don't want to compound the mistake. What's the mindset here?
This one right here, you've got to forget that big blue oasis in front of you.
Number 7, and nothing lucky about this one, Frank, after hitting it in the water.
It really starting to get away from the player right now, and this is, you can...
Unfortunately, that ball is wet. Now the 9th shot after the last one found the drink.
Yeah, when this is all over, might want to jump in that water just to cool down.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Well, once you hit double the par, it's time to just pick up and move on. Good scoring opportunity. Third shot here at the par 5.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there.
Gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. This is a good-looking shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Well, Frank, how about this 255-yard par 3 sixth?
Yeah, there's a bit of a bailout area, sort of short and left, but the only thing really going in the player's favour, it is a big green, 51 yards in depth. So you want to sort of do that.
Frank, we've all been there. You hit one in the water, you're down. How do you regroup?
You've got to start from scratch again. Everybody's going to hit bad shots. That's just the nature of the game. But compounding mistakes, that's the problem that you want to avoid.
Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water.
Hazard.
maybe wet. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is classy.
Yeah, chance of going in.
Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
No way! He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
So a tester from 4 feet. Right in the heart. We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. It just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here. Headed for the bunker. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Playing his 4th shot after the 3rd was wet. Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination.
And getting ready for the putt. Oh, hello there. Really nice putt. Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a 3-shotter. If you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
Really good play off the tee, at least 300 yards and in the fairway. That one is in the bunker. A good 190-yard shot, and this is the 2nd.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Now the approach shot here on this par 5 8th. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. And the computer dials this one up at 26 feet. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And setting up here in the rough. has this putt for birdie. And he has it for birdie. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank, the ninth hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like he gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question, the best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one. That's fine. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it? Plus, with Rory, the chat in the locker room, when you hear someone say, I couldn't hit that shot he just hit today, that's when you know you're different.
How about the 2 eagles he made in the final 3 holes Saturday, round 3, on his way to winning the Open Championship in 2014?
That was phenomenal. 16 was virtually unreachable for most of the field. 2 phenomenal shots. And obviously he's in a tussle with Ricky Fowler. And then to top it off, that 5-iron he hit into 18 was just, it never left the flagstick. Yeah, he has that ability just to hit the gas pedal at the right time.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. Settles in over the putt. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Rich Lerner pleased to be alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Back to PGA West, getting set for the back 9 and the 10th hole. It's a good-looking hole, Frank, at 416 yards.
It certainly gets your attention, just the visual there. This is one of those holes, if you've got a caddy, you say, oh, what's that carry over the bunker on that left side where the water is? He'll tell you it's like 240 yards, and then you say, well, what's it to the bunkers on the right? Well, to get past those ones on that right side, you're in the vicinity of 300 yards. This is a hole that you'll scratch your head. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my age.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. And Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. Good-looking shot right here. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Now the second shot here at 10. Will make birdie if he holds this putt.
It's a cruel game.
Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Now at the long par 5 11th. They call it eternity with good reason. It is 617 yards. Frank, what's the game plan here?
Hit it as long as you can, hopefully only a couple of times, and you can get fairly close to this green. A little pitch up there, but even if you go for this green or try and get close, that's when you start to notice the water that comes in on the left side. So you can't just bash away. Might only be a couple of bunkers in play off the tee, but they have to be avoided.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Frank, anything you do differently from the rough in terms of your swing? You hinge the club a little bit more quickly?
No, normally put the ball just a little bit further back in your stance because you want the club to be going down. Down, it's got to go down through the grass, through the ball.
Extra stroke at it after going into the water. So the previous shot into the drink, this now the fourth shot. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Wow, I thought he made that. Looks like he just misread that. Here's Ian Poulter for eagle. Good putt. Right now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Couldn't have done much better than that. An eagle is very possible. Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Oh, dude, that's an eagle. Frank, this is no easy shot here at the par 3 13th.
Yeah, 13th hole. I mean, it's so appropriate, the number of the hole for this this design by Pete Dye. Wooden bulkheads, I mean, they give you sort of that harsh look. And this is just an absolute scorecard wrecker. You get a little cavalier here, you just rack up a number. There's nothing wrong with just hitting it to the right side of the screen, just taking a 3. Safely on deck.
This is a putt for birdie from long range. Probably would be happy to get down in 2. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause. Oh, another one goes in.
Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. This is one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
Locked in on the read and the speed. In for birdie. Frank, if a player needs to make a big move at the close of the round, how could they get at this whole location and make a birdie? They call this turning home.
I think that's where you have to be a little more aggressive off the tee shot. A drive of 280 yards can certainly take those 2 bunkers down the left out of play. There is one in the distance down there, 350 yards, so even the longest hitters can still hit driver down there. You imagine pumping one down there, sort of 340 yards. Now you turn a long hole into a drive and wedge. That's how you get aggressive.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Frank, what are you thinking on this second shot here at 15?
Well, if mentally you could take out all that bunker complex on the left, this second shot would look extremely straightforward. And that's really the way you've got to play it. You've got to act like those bunkers aren't there on that left side. And therefore, you can go straight at this flag.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
This would be nice. A birdie on the card. See if he can make it. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Eight-foot putt here. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Now the par 5 16th, dogleg, and it's at 600 yards, so a little bit of an advantage to the big bomber, Frank.
Yeah, they can almost take a big chunk out of this hole by going down the left side. If you can take that bunker out of play, and that's a big hit to get past that, And all of a sudden, shortest point between two places is a straight line. You've really reduced this hole into something closer to 570 yards.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Good contact, good result. So, Frank, we know that the players petitioned back in the 80s to move the PGA Tour event away from PGA West. It's coming back in 2016. But what did Pete Dye say about golf courses being fair or unfair?
Well, he said it actually, he tried to say it with a chuckle, but he always said that golf's not a fair game, so why build a golf course that's fair?
Do you agree with that?
I do now. I think everything has to align itself together. When you looked at the equipment that the players were using, wooden drivers and balls that spun around, they had trouble on windy days, and these golf courses, they really were brutal. But I think now that the ball goes further, the introduction of the metal-headed driver, the utility clubs, all of those things have made these golf courses really come back into favor again. Look at what Jason Day did in 2015 at the PGA Championship at Whistling Straits on a Pete Dye golf course. That's how you have to play the game now. We have to embrace change.
How difficult is this golf course at PGA West? Well, it was ranked 8th on this year's Golf Digest, America's 20 toughest golf courses. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. Now to the signature par 3. It only plays 168 yards from the tips, but the tee sits up high and the wind can blow. A lot can happen here.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Just 5 feet left. And go ahead and do that for birdie. He has this for a birdie. He's made it. One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Gave that the full treatment. Get up.
Smoked that one.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You're allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
That looked like a miss hit. Frank?
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
And getting ready for the putt. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad.
Oh, what an incredible shot.
Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye for now.